Picture this, sitting at your desk for hours, heaps of tabs open, 3 deadlines closing in, tasks creeping up, and then voices in your head whispering, you're behind. Here's the truth. You're not lazy, you're fried. You're not unmotivated, you're just numb. What you need isn't another planner or productivity hack, it's a reset on what actually matters. This podcast is about the burnout, the kind that no one sees until it quietly wrecks you. Hi everyone, I'm Chen and this is Postgrad Not Alone. Before we dive in, we have asked students, what's your first sign of burnout? And here is what they say.
Feeling overwhelmed by the smallest things. That's when I know I'm burned out and I need to take a break.
I know that something's not quite right when the things that used to be fun don't sound that fun anymore, and I don't want to hang out with my friends. If I'm really stressed about work and cancel everything to just do more work, I know that's a bad sign.
I feel like when I cannot get out of the bed and I feel like doing nothing at all, like the whole day feeling like I don't want to do anything.
Joining me today is Shivam, who's been through the trenches of postgrad life and knows firsthand on what burnout really feels like. So Shivam is a UX designer in Queensland Health. He has graduated in December 2023 in Masters of Interaction Design. He was a vice president of UQ Union and was part of the UQ marketing team. And you might have seen him on billboards. So let's welcome Shivam.
Hey! Thank you, Chan.
Thank you for coming.
Can I give a disclaimer?
Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Shivam. Just before we begin this podcast, a little bit disclaimer here. I'm not a guru, I'm not an expert, I'm just here to share my own insights, what I have been through, what I have learned. So please do not judge me, and if you are going to judge me, write down only nice comments. I only like nice comments, I don't like bad comments, okay? And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me as well. Let's have a healthy argument and also keep our perspective open, that I might say some things which might be opposing, which you might like, which you don't like. So be respectful in the comments, that's it. That's the only disclaimer I have. Let's begin.
Shivam, looking back, what are some early red flags of burnout that you ignored at the time?
I can remember all the red flags. Early red flags of burnout.
Yes.
I think everyone reacts in a very different way when it comes to burnout. I have noticed some of my friends, they try to completely shut down or they try to do everything. For me, it was I would cut down on people I really like, especially who are my close friends. And I started engaging myself in more random conversations when I was a student. So I have realized that when you burn out, you sometimes stress it on everyone and it's not good for the other person.
Yeah.
So try to think about and reflect on what are your own signs of burnout. As I said, everyone has different one.
Yeah.
So if you start looking at the points of stress in your life where you felt like very stressed, maybe it could be during exam hours,
Yes.
or like when you have assignments due. So how do you react in those situations? Mine was that I would literally avoid very intense conversations with my friends, or I would stop really hanging out with very close friends of mine.
Spending more time for yourself?
Yes, I just wanted to spend more time with myself completely.
How does that feel like piling up when you're not expressing how you feel to your friends?
Expressing your feelings?
As in like talk to someone?
Yes.
Yeah. So
talking really helps with someone or not, because at that point you just need someone to listen to you.
right.
But I would avoid conversations, and I think it started really piling up, and you sort of go into a space where you are creating scenarios in your own mind which might not be real.
Yeah.
Like, because you are thinking on someone else's behalf as well. Or if I say A, they would say B, but that person is totally different. You don't know how they are going to react. So it's like you're fighting against your own expectations. And it sort of create a distance between your relationships. It could be anything, your friendship, your like romantic relationship or anything. So it definitely affects.
So think about one of the burnout moments that you have. You said that you try to keep everything to yourself. So what makes you like suddenly realize that I'm actually having a burnout? This is not like sustainable. What makes you feel that, and how it has like shifted you?
I lose my weight. That's how my body react. So I have been in stressful situations only 2 times. One was my eyes started twitching here. Never happened in my life before, but I started twitching, like it started twitching here. And the other time, it was during like my first year. I started losing weight.
Is it like a dramatic weight loss that you're
Yes,
experiencing?
like my friends could notice, have you lost weight? And they could see it on my face. That's why. So it's good to have someone who actually knows you and like can see the difference in you as well. Because usually I'm a very cheerful person and all that. Like I would be still happy on the face. I won't really show my emotions, what's going on. But at the same time, they could see changes in my body.
Right. So once you realize that you're experiencing burnout, what changes have you made? How do you climb out of it?
Recently, it has been more easier. I think student life is very stressful, not gonna lie. And because you have so many things going on, like you are almost spending 6 to 8 hours every day just on the studies. So you are not working at that time. And some students also do part-time. So that's another top on that. While managing your whole student life, it includes like cooking, going out, doing your own laundry. So all the household chores. So you have to do that. So accepting that student life is stressful, the acceptance part is the most important thing. What I have started doing now is I have realized that you feel really stressed because you have a lot of things to do. So one thing you need to do is prioritizing things, what needs to be done, because the anxiety comes when you don't know what action to take first. It's not about the work that needs to be done. It's about like what needs to be done and when. So I have started using ChatGPT. And what I do is I write 4 categories. So basically categories are like health or relationship or personal development or actually needs to do on the work. And in these 4 categories, and I try to note down all the points which needs to be done if I'm stressing about something. For example, like, oh, I need to finish this report, but I also need to go to gym, but I also need to focus on diet, or I also need to do the certification. So I make a list of things and I put it in ChatGPT and ask it to divide in those 4 categories, and it helps me to prioritize as well. So I sort of give it a prompt which helps me to prioritize what needs to be done now, what can be done after 3 months, what can be done after 6 months.
That's a
So
great
it
tip.
takes away the headache from me, and it gives me a clear roadmap that what needs to be done now. It also reduces the things that I need to do, so my mind feel more relaxed.
Thank you, Shivam, for your great advice. And yes, student life is very stressful. I believe that recovery isn't always a big turning point or something very dramatic. It could be just prioritizing stuff, building a tiny routine, getting proper rest, or just asking for support. Now, let's see what it looks like for other students.
If it's like small burnout, I would like going to walk somewhere. And if it's like a big burnout, I will like eat something spicy.
I would say like getting some routines back into your life around exercise and social things, catching up with friends, bringing that stuff back in to bring some balance back after burnout. It's worked for me.
So, Shivam, I've seen your views on social media.
See,
Yay.
I hope they were useful. Okay.
You're actually very creative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hear very mixed reviews, so I ignore the bad ones. But yeah.
Right. So coming up with all those ideas, I remember one of it being like the most recent one about multicultural, like hand designing. That is very creative and very impactful in my opinion. All those recording, editing, it must be a lot. So is there anything that you do specifically for a very chaotic day? Like how did you calm yourself, work through, and then going back on track?
Okay, I'm not perfect, I'm still learning because things will always keep evolving. I just try to prioritize on the things that needs to be done. So what is my focus on that day? So as I said, I focus on like having 4 wins every day. 4 wins is my health win, where I try to work out at least half an hour every day. First thing in the morning, so either I go for a run or do quick push-ups or something. If I can't do it in the morning, I try to make sure that I go to gym after work. So any kind of workout in day, eat healthy, then do my own work as in like the work I do for my job. Then my own work, which I really like making, is content. So anything related to that. And lastly, reading books. What I have noticed recently is if I skip my bedtime, somehow my body has started reacting in a way that I wake up at 6 no matter what time I'm sleeping. I just wake up at 6.
Like a biological clock.
Yes, it has been set now. So I need to make sure if I need 7.5 hours of sleep every day, I need to be in bed by 10. And if I don't do that, like yesterday, so I will be only able to sleep for only 5 hours, which is not really good, and it affects my next day as well. Initially it was okay for me. I think I did not really prioritize it, but I have started seeing the effects of it in a longer term. So I would highly suggest like having like a schedule or like a routine, but not like very fixed routine like, oh, I have to do it from 5 to 6, then 6 to 7, then just do it. Because if you lose track of one thing, you start feeling like you're losing something. And it sort of builds a negative emotion on yourself. Like I got this idea from this influencer on Instagram. So it talks about those 4 wins. So if in a day I'm able to do those 4 wins, I feel happy. I do not focus more than that.
Small little wins helps you gain a little bit of control.
Yes, it's kind of like that. And the multicultural hand thing, or why I make content, is it aligns with my value. That's why I put so much effort in the community thing or anything. It's not because I try to do something. It's I feel like I have a duty, or like somehow I just want to give back to community. I don't think like what I'm getting from them or I want to influence someone. No, I just do it for my own happiness. I feel happy if I give back. There will be always comments, oh, are you trying to be an influencer now, this and that, blah blah blah. I don't really care. If it's positive, if it's helping someone, just do whatever you want to do. People will always say something because they can't do the same, or they don't have the capacity to do it.
I like how the way you think.
How student can balance their work and studies.
Like, how students can balance their work and studies.
Yeah, like if they're more focused on their work, so they're less focused on their studies, and then they are on the edge of their submission, and then they don't sleep for 3-4 days and they complete their assessment.
Oh, I have done that. I would be the last person to give advice how I managed during the student life, because I would complete all of my assignments a night before. Please do not do that. I remember when I was writing my thesis, I ended up not sleeping for 3 days straight. Not sustainable. Okay, not sustainable at all. As I said, like I have realized the importance of sleep. What I have started noticing, the first thing is, what is my optimal time of work? So my mind is very active during 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So the work I need to do, very creative work, I do only during that time. The hard work that you need to do, start doing it in the morning. I have this friend and she's amazing. She was one of the valedictorians during my year. So what she suggested is, like, because thesis writing is really tough, it can take a lot of stress on you. So as soon as you wake up, just go and sit down on your table and start writing something. Basically, we always look for dopamine hit. So before we get into our own chaos of every day, like your friends, social media or anything, rather than touching your phone, just touch your laptop and start typing whatever you want to do, assignments and all. Get out of the room if that works for you. For me, I cannot study in my room. I just need closed space, but away from my, like, I can come here and work on this table, but if this table is at my place, I won't be able to. So I need to get out of my house. So if there are any specific days, even on Saturdays and Sundays, I come to the university library to just do my own thing.
I do the same.
Do you prefer library or a cafe?
I prefer library. I need very closed environment. I do not listen to music. So like I have my headphones on, but
Yeah.
I do not listen to music when I'm working. It's just for me to like focus. I have also started using like a focus hat.
Oh.
So I have a cap, like I just put it on
Uh-huh.
and it works. It keeps me focused. You know, those horses have that thing like which helps you to just look in the front. It works kind of in that way for me. So
Blindfold kind of stuff.
yes, so see, some stupid
Right.
things, but it works. So whatever works for you, reflecting is the best thing. I was able to understand all this that works for me by reflecting on things. Like it's very clear for me, if I wake up and within 1 hour I don't get out of my house, I get very lazy. So I get ready, go out and move around the places and change the environment and start working. So that works for me. Preparing a night before helps me a lot, so there is no chaos in the morning.
Yeah.
I do not touch my phone. The first thing in the morning, I do not touch my phone at all. I have recently started doing this shutdown period where I throw away my phone at 9:30. I do not touch my phone after that. So if I post any reel after that, it's all scheduled and it's in sleep mode. So I think there is a function now where you can allow people who can even call you in the sleep mode. At least in iPhone there is a function, so you can actually put, if you think those people needs to put in an emergency call,
Right.
you can always allow them. They will be able to call you. Otherwise, nobody else will be able to interrupt you.
Your body is waking you up at 6. Do you still set an alarm like around 6?
I still do it just as a backup,
Okay.
but most of the time now I have ended up like closing it before, like shut. What is the right word?
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Yeah,
Right.
Turn off the alarm. Even today, I was like, oh, I have set the alarm for 7 because I really needed to sleep, but I woke up at 6. Damn it. Then I went for a run. So
What's your usual running course?
I just go anywhere. I come to UQ or there's a park near my house. I just go and run over there. Now, did I answer the question? Okay.
To be honest, I lose track. I was like very focusing on what he's saying, and then I lose track of the questions.
No, just to make sure that we are actually
Yeah.
sometimes I just go off the track and I forget.
It's okay.
Do you have a rock bottom moment that takes you a long time to recover?
Yes, but at the same time, there are things like, I think, okay, I'm fucking old. Oh, please, I'm old. I am old, okay, I'm 29.
Listener discretion is
Yes.
advice.
So I think you go through a lot already in life, and sometimes you just understand like no matter what, life will keep happening. What is the worst could happen? I have already faced it. Like there is a part of life, for example job, that you have to do every day. Even if I'm at my rock bottom, there is a reality which cannot be changed.
Yeah.
I can take a break. I can reach out to people. I can always reach out to my manager and tell, hey, I really need to take a break. And people are really nice in Australia. They understand that you have some times where you need to take a break. But using that break properly is very important. You can take a break, but accept the fact that something needs to be done.
Yeah.
I know it is very stressful,
Yeah.
but if you take a break and during that break, if you do not recover, you still focus on fixing the problems rather than recovering. You have your daily work piling up, so it will be more stressful. So try to recover. My way of recovery earlier used to be, I would go and sit next to a river. I will go eat my favorite food all by myself. I will go and do some shopping. I will buy clothes. So that's my way of recovery. So what works best for you? If it's reaching out to people, do that. But try to use that recovery period, because Australia, I have noticed like the work culture here, or even like the way you live life, they actually appreciate taking breaks and they understand life happens. They value
life balance. Yeah.
There was a point and I was going through a lot in my semester 3 and honestly I didn't know what to do. So I literally wrote an email to my professor, hey, this is all is happening in my life and I don't know what to do. And they were so nice about it. They said, Shivam, take a break, and is there any way we can help you? So reach out to anyone you think you can. Even if you think they can't help, still reach out if you really need it. Accepting it is the second step as well. That you need to accept that, okay, this thing is happening to me. What is the best thing that I can do in this situation? After reaching out, I have to accept it. Okay, I had a breakup. Okay, I got bad marks, or I have an exam coming up. Once you accept it, your mind quickly switches into solution mode. That's when you can start thinking of solution and also recover. What helps you in recovery? Yeah.
I'd agree. I do feel like it's definitely going to be different for everyone.
Yeah.
And you need to find something that suits you better.
Yeah.
Let's say assignments are coming up, tests are coming up, the deadline, it's there, but then you're not making any progress. Like
That deadline is not going to move.
yeah,
You can extend it, but then it will still come. It will come. You cannot stop it from
Yeah,
coming.
that's
Like you
true,
will
that's
have
true.
it after
Yeah,
2
yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
but it will still come. So you still have to do your assignment.
Yes.
So that reality won't change. So rather take a break for 2 days, relax your mind, go out, eat something nice, go hang out with your friend, do something, or maybe go alone, you don't know,
right.
and just relax. Okay.
What if like after your recovery,
Yeah.
you sit down and you still cannot come up with something, you're still not able to progress? Like
Okay.
what would you suggest students to do?
So this is where my background is in design and I do sketching. Okay. So what we call it is the blockage of artist mind.
Okay.
Sometimes all you need is a one dot on the canvas. Just write something. Whatever the first thoughts are coming into your mind, just write it. It will start making any sense. So if you're writing an assignment, if you think like, oh, it's not making any sense because you're looking at the end result of that assignment in your mind. It's not what needs to be written in the introduction. You already have the idea what needs to be written in the introduction. It's about just writing that one line. So write that line. How you approach something is very important. If you can't write a line, just think about what I need to write in this assignment. Maybe have an introduction paragraph. Maybe I need some participation summary or need insights. So start making structure of it. Then start filling in the data. Whatever is in your mind right now, it just needs to be on papers for you to see that, or it needs to be visible. Just like if you need to finish a painting, you need to put the first dot.
Very interesting.
I think I do have like similar experience, as in write like a research report, and then I have everything drafted out, but I just need that spark that I can start like writing pretty well, making progress.
So this was the reflection I had. Like I'm a part of this community, and we also always talk about like what is your small wins.
Yeah.
I've been making content for a very long time. When I do it for someone else, it's a different aspect, but when you do something for yourself, it's kind of a different mindset. You're always constantly judging yourself on your own scale. I don't like my videos sometimes when they come out.
So how do you do about it? Like, do
I
you hide
have
it?
stopped judging myself.
Oh, that's nice.
There have been certain periods where I have taken like really long break from my content. It's not because I didn't trust my skills. It's because I was thinking too much in my mind that this is not useful for people. So it was me setting my own standards without realizing that it is actually valuable for someone. So stop thinking and start doing. So no matter what, I have started posting more now, not judging myself on the quality. I will let the other people judge if they get any value out of it or not. My work is just to make content, not more than that. Content which is valuable to people who watch my content.
That's interesting.
So yes, shifting your motivation from the results to the process.
That's wonderful.
If you go back to your first year of postgrad and give yourself one rule to avoid burnout, what would it be?
Mine was because so much was happening in my life. It wasn't just studies. Too much was happening. I was involved in too many things. And I could still handle that. What advice I would give to myself to avoid burnout is, as soon as you get assignment, start writing just one line and start taking feedback from your tutor. This is a bad habit as a student, that we do not reach out to our tutors. Thankfully, wherever I was stuck, I would always reach out to my tutors. They know that subject, they talk with a lot of students, so please trust them. And they are there to help you. So listen to your tutor, attend all the lectures on time, even if they are online, because it will pile up I know there will be recordings available, but you are never gonna watch it. Okay?
Yeah.
We all have been through that. So I made sure that I attend all the lectures in person, because the assignments and the exam questions that you are seeing are used on the content that is taught during the lecture. And if you try to grasp all that knowledge that does just the day before an exam, you don't actually have the time to ask questions on that, or who you are going to reach out to. And if you get an assignment today, you don't have to start like the same day. It's okay, it's fine. But start discussing about that assignment, and where do you feel like, oh, you will face a blockage there, and reach out to your tutor. Actually start listening. I tutor 2 design courses. The biggest thing I have noticed it. So when you do design assignments, they are very abstract. They are very abstract, like we don't have a specific structure to follow. Because in design, you can have multiple solutions. You just have to prove me the process, like why did you choose that process? So if I'm giving feedback to someone, what they started doing is they start defending their design, and I do not want them to defend their design. I know what you're doing. I just want to know why you come up with that solution. So if your tutor is giving you a feedback, actually listen rather than defending it there, because you can defend that in your assignment. But if someone is giving you an advice, they are not criticizing you. They are telling you, hey, this is an aspect that you did not notice or you did not consider. So start listening, actively listening to them.
Is there any courses in UQ that does not have any workshops or tutors?
There might be. I'm
We
not
have
sure.
lectures, but we don't have tutorials. Yeah. There are courses.
You do have
I'm
that?
doing it, yeah.
So, like,
How do you have support then? I'm sure you can
I
reach out to your
our
lecturers.
lecturer.
Yeah.
like at discussion?
At discussion, I mail her, I send her my structure, and then I'm like, hey Sue, I have done this. These are my concepts and everything. I am stuck. I can't proceed further.
Yep.
Can you please help me out? And then she give me suggestions, what I'm thinking, what can I do? And then she says, all the best.
It's the best thing. Get the feedback as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something before we go?
I think I covered most of the things. Get involved. You are paying a lot of fee, and please make use of it by going to all the free events. Okay, even if they are not free, they are heavily subsidized, and it's only for students.
Yes.
Support APS, support union, everything, all the clubs as well. Because my thinking was, this is the only time I'm studying. My student life is not going to come back, so I need to make sure that I live and I make memories. You have everything here, so make proper use of them. Have fun. If you are stressed, university or student union or APS, they all provide all sort of resources. So reach out to them, ask them. It could be anything. If you need a lawyer, you can reach out to them. If you need someone to mark your, like, look at your assignments, everything.
Yeah.
Like even the thesis, I
Yeah.
think you have some services for that. So reach out, ask people. There is all sort of help available. Yeah. Don't make the same mistake as I did. Don't do your assignments a night before the deadline. Please do not do that.
We do have counselors here at UQ.
Yes. And maybe the 4 wins strategy that I have focused, I heavily vouch for that now because it has worked for me. So you can start doing that. There was another thing, it's called calendar blocking. So I combine those things. If you look for calendar blocking, basically you will see. So what you do is you categorize all the work in those 4 wins, and then you color code them in your calendar. So it shows you how much time you are spending in different categories. So again, it takes out the cognitive load that you have in your mind. And it will help you to feel less stressed, more calm, and reflect what you need to do. One more thing, I just remember, you cannot make everyone happy, okay?
Yeah.
So do not focus on that. If they are your friends, they will understand. And if they don't understand, maybe you don't need them in life.
Oh.
Okay. Start saying no if it's needed. If you need to take a break, that's okay. That's completely fine.
Prioritizing studies over friendship.
I mean, it depends on what people want to do. It's their own choices. But do not feel pressured to say no. It's okay.
Thank you so much for having me. We'll see you next
Yay.
episode and everything.
Thank you so much, Shivam, for sharing your time and insights. I'm sure a lot of our listeners will take something valuable from your experience. And shout out to Shivam's Instagram, which is SHIVAM_Shipankar. and about the multicultural thing that is going to happen
Yes.
on campus.
Yes. So we are doing this multicultural hand activity thanks to APS. Hopefully we are going to start it next week. All the stationery has been ordered and we will be releasing the location soon. So please keep an eye on it and be ready to get involved in this activity. We really feel like real strength lies in community. So it's really important for all of us to come out, but in a positive way.
Yes.
So thank you.
And this period is actually, I think, the mid-semester exam period. So if you feel like you're worn out, you need a little 10 minutes break, come and join.
Design your multicultural hand.
Yeah.
It will be less stressful and we have all the colors, fun stuff. So yeah, come.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
Burnout doesn't always look like a full-on collapse. Sometimes it's more subtle, scrolling endlessly, zoning out, saying I'm fine when you're really not. Here's a little challenge for you. So notice your first sign of burnout this week, just one. Write it down and then do one small thing to reset. Let it be a short walk or having your favorite meal. And remember, you're not broken, you're human, and humans need care, not constant hustle. Sometimes burnout doesn't just come from doing too much. It sneaks in because of that voice in your head telling you it's never enough. On the next episode, we're taking that voice head on, the inner critic, perfectionism, and why exams make it louder than ever. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time on Postgrad Not Alone.